Hey everybody, you're watching Hyper Tiger XT. My name is Tiger, and in case you were wondering, the XT stands for... I have a heap of friends who are like wicked into the Australian con circuit. Like, I know so many people who go to Supernova and PAX AU and Animania and Smash, and they have such a blast there doing things like competing in organised Pokemon tournaments, or meeting their idols and getting signatures, or selling their art, and it sounds amazing. But regardless of the fact that they all do little different things, they all do one thing that is the exact same. They all cosplay, and sure, one of them might favour steampunk more than the others, and one of them might always dress up like a Team Rocket grunt and try and sell Slowpoke tails to unwitting passers-by for some reason, but the heart and soul of what they do is identical, and I want in big time. Actually, I want in big time again, because I used to cosplay, like I cosplayed once successfully in the past before, like 5 or 6 years ago at a Supernova. I cosplayed as Phoenix Wright, and it was amazing. So many people took my photo and wanted to give me hugs, and I had a sign that said objection, and I was the crowd favorite in the cosplay chess, and I won a little Pikachu keyring, and it was an absolute blast. I had the time of my life, and I want to have the time of my life again, like every year, maybe multiple times a year, which is why I have decided that I am going to, in the next 12 months, plan and create a whole bunch of different cosplays that I can wear as a rotation to different cons. But my list of things is so big that I kind of need a little bit of help to trim it down. Like, I think on the top of my list is this semi-humanized Hydreigon, which is a Pokemon, but then I also kind of want to do the same semi-humanized thing with Sylveon and Umbreon as well, and their Pokemon too, and I'm wondering if it's okay to do multiple Pokemon, or whether I should just stick to one to start with, and then on top of those three, because I love WoW and rogues from WoW so much, I really want to do a Hey Softfoot cosplay, because he was a really neat mute character from World of Warcraft's Mists of Pandaria expansion, and then because I've been having such a good time playing Shovel Knight recently, and I love Plague Knight, he's so cute and sticky looking, and his cosplay looks really, really easy to do. I want to do a version of him, and then of course on top of all of those I want to do Teemo, because it's Teemo, and who doesn't love Teemo, and I would be Captain Teemo, and nobody would ever underestimate the power of the Scout's code again, and you can see the dilemma I'm in, so I really need you to tell me in the comment section below who you think I should pick from this list, and also if you have any other suggestions that I didn't mention, you could tell me those as well, because I'd really appreciate that, and also tell me who you like to cosplay as too. This isn't a pun so much as it is my favourite joke of all time. Ready? 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. Ba-dum-tsh. Out of all of the cosplays that I mentioned to you earlier, one that I didn't mention because it seemed a little bit too difficult and maybe a little bit out of date was Guido Anchovy from Samurai Pizza Cats. But something that isn't too difficult or out of date is eating snack food, which is why this week I'm eating these. How cute is that packaging, by the way? It's absolutely adorable. I don't know what they're going to taste like. I don't even know what they are, besides the fact that they have something to do with strawberries and cheese. Okay, so I've actually opened them now, and they are so cute, if a little pained looking. And now let's put them in my mouth. Okay, so basically that tasted like somebody had compressed strawberry cheesecake and made it into a little chocolatey biscuit thing, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. If you can find these where you live, then please try and buy them, because I think maybe they are either super adorable or proceeds go to something or whatever. They're delicious and you should totally eat them. This week I'm endorsing a band. I'm telling you to listen to them because I think they're amazing. So what you need to do is find a band called The Divine Comedy and tell me what you think of them. If you want a starting point, 3 good songs are To Die a Virgin, Bang Goes the Knighthood, and I Like. You can find their stuff on YouTube as well as on Spotify. Alright then, we have reached the end of another video, which means that it is time for me to tell you that the top comment this week came from Sweet Archangel, who commented on my video about how WoW is my kryptonite, and by the way I'm failing, with the fact that her ultimate addiction is knitting and reading and crocheting and things like that, which, besides being really neat, would make her possibly the most interesting supervillain or superhero of all time, and if not the most interesting, then certainly the most creative. She also suggested that by the look on my face I enjoyed last week's snack food just maybe a little bit too much, and maybe she's right. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to give it a thumbs up or a like, and subscribe to it if you aren't subscribed to my channel already, and remember to share it with all of your friends in your social media circles, and I will see you next week for more. Bye!